Welcome everybody, Chris here. Today we are gonna be leaving Kanab. I'll give you guys a quick little hotel tour of the Springhill Suites by Marriott. Then we're gonna be heading to Zion National Park. We're gonna do a quick little hike of the Watchman's Trail. We'll take you on that, get our stamp, get some merch, and then we are gonna be heading into Springdale to get some ice cream, get some pie, and some good burgers there at Jack's. So come with us as we explore Utah before heading to Las Vegas. All right, so we are gonna try the Springhill Suites by Marriott. I don't know if the place is brand new or if it's a remodel, but anyway, go check this place out. See how nice it is. If it's brand new, that's awesome. All right, we are up early. Final thoughts of the hotel room. Well, we did realize that doesn't pull totally out. You can move the cushions, you could sleep on it like that, and then you can pull out the little trundle on there. It doesn't fully pull out like other.
Pull out and then it'll jump up.
Oh, it'll come up and it'll make it longer.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Yeah.
All right, so not huge issues, I guess. It probably won't affect other people unless you're in this room. But as you're like in the bathroom, you can hear whatever mechanicals are going in the upper rooms. And I'm not talking like, oh, you can hear them turn on the sink or something. It's like loud. It's for a new hotel. I think something's not running right or something, or I don't know. Maybe they're taking baths in the middle of the night or something, but it makes noises. Like there's a lot of click, click, happening around here, through the night, like as you're sitting there in the dark.
That's a nice hotel.
All right, so what do we call these units?
P-TAC.
The P-TAC unit. All right, so all of a sudden I'm laying in bed here, and once it kicks on, just for the beginning a little bit, it blows really cold air, like the AC's on for like a couple seconds, and then it eventually warms up to the proper temperature, but I guess it's bringing in the fresh air, and it's really cold since the rooms are a lot more compact, so it just like blows straight on you. If it was like a regular hotel, the bed would be further away and there would be couches here, but this is kind of reversed here, so it just blows like straight on you, like every time it turned on, which wasn't a lot, but if you don't have your covers on, all of a sudden you'll be like, oh, someone turned the AC on. But other than that, and no refrigerator, it's not bad. It looks cool. It's got the sliding door here, so they had to move the TV over there. So if this wasn't here, they could have put the TV there, but the TV pivots, so that's cool.
Yeah, probably a good idea considering if you have someone sleeping or sitting over here.
Yeah,
it makes sense to have it there.
Yeah, and then you could pivot it to the couch. So it's very compact. Down the hallways, it goes from a hallway into, what's that shape? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hexagon. So it goes into a hexagon where the rooms are on the angles. So it kind of like cuts a little bit of your square footage in your room, which kind of makes, creative, setup for furniture and stuff. Or did they need to do that? I don't know. It kind of looked cool walking down the hallway.
I think a lot of them are like that, like a lot of
Springhills. So
they don't have a full-length mirror. They're kind of missing that. Not that I want to see all of this.
I mean, you could see up to your kneecaps here.
Yeah.
So, but no full-length mirror. We're gonna go get the breakfast. I'll show you guys the pool and the workout area, and that'll be it for the hotel, because we're actually probably gonna go to Zion, because we were talking about doing Belly of the Dragon, and then I did the directions to go home, and they're like, yeah, go through Zion, and we're like, oh, well, if we're gonna go through Zion, maybe we'll do a hike or two that we didn't do the last time we were out here. Obviously not doing the Narrows because it's cold. It might not even be open. We haven't even been checking the notifications really about Zion. Like right after we did Bryce, there was like a snow ice storm that happened and they shut down the Peekaboo Trail. And it's like really lucky that we did that at the beginning of our trip because Bryce would have got scratched again like it did the first time we were out here. So let's go check out the facilities here. Right, so this is what I was talking about. So it comes in on this angle and it does that for every batch of rooms.
There's more space in the hallway, so when you go to your door, you're not running into somebody trying to get in.
The cart? The cleaning cart?
Yeah.
Could be.
Cleaning cart, and then just other guests.
The tile's crooked. Yeah. The pool?
Yeah, it's outside. There's a thing.
Maybe we should have went out.
Well, we should have. That would have been cool.
Yeah. So assume heated, right? Hot tub steaming.
That's cool.
Yeah, nice view of the rocks. Very cool.
Here's the whole thing here.
Alright, so they got waffles, egg McMuffins. You don't normally see those. Better than the view. Having waffles. Waffles for breakfast. Leah was raving about their oatmeal bar. They have all kinds of fixings, coconut, walnuts, brown sugar,
And coconut.
and coconut. I already said coconut.
It's good.
2 eggs. That'll pay for the hotel stay.
It's true. I was gonna get another sandwich because it's a very lonely one.
Yeah. So they had the egg sandwich. So put the sausage in there because it doesn't, there's not much taste to it without some protein.
It's true.
All right. Well, I guess the sun hasn't even made it over the mountain here yet, but the sun is definitely up already. All right. So we are on our way to Zion. I don't know if I think we're just going to get straight to Zion because it is the weekend and it is starting to get to be the warmer season. So we definitely don't want to have problems finding any parking.
Yeah.
I think we're going to do the Emerald Pool Trail.
No pie. I
Uh,
think we have time for pie.
we don't have time. We were going to stop at that Thunderbird pie place that we stopped at last time.
Because they have good pie.
Because they have good pie. But anyways, yeah, the one memory card is pretty full up, so I'm not going to do a lot of road travel. I have other videos that nobody ever watched of the last time we were in Zion, so I'm sure not much has changed.
You know, it was a lot cuter. It was 3 years ago. It was a lot thinner and cuter back then. You should watch that one.
Right?
Yeah.
No. Yes. This Escobar's, man, that place was popping with people last night.
But there's a bunch of people in the breezeway. Don't go to that Coin and Laundry.
Yeah, so I didn't read any reviews on that Mexican restaurant, but it seems...
How did you like dinner last night?
How did I like dinner last night?
Yeah.
Dinner was okay.
We didn't talk about it. Not to you.
Not to you guys.
To you.
To me.
I talked about it.
Yes. All right, so... I don't know, my stomach felt a little queasy after our brisket and stuff. I'm going to blame the Carolina barbecue sauce, or the Carolina sauce. It was really vinegary. I'm not going to straight up blame it, but...
Do you need to stop and get gas or anything like that?
All right, so my stomach was a little queasy late last night, and, you know... What was it from the Iron Horse? I didn't throw up or anything, but it was a little queasy. So, yeah, we don't really throw ratings at things or stuff, but it was really cute.
It was really cute. I had the same thing you did though. That we talked about.
She had the same thing, and she was fine. So
that was fine.
That's why we're leaning on the Carolina barbecue sauce.
I wish that I would have gotten a different meat. Oh, that's cute. That looks brand new. We should have stayed there, kind of, maybe.
Well, we had a cool pool at the one. I
know.
think that was like one of the selling points. I think that's why I was like, we need swim trunks. But I wasn't even sure that pool was going to be open. It's kind of cold.
No, it looked like it was open. I mean,
I saw people in it last night, so I thought it was indoors. But I don't know. We do research and then we forget, you know.
it would have been cool to do, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
It's fine.
Is it? I mean, yeah, Chris's tummy was hurting. I'm not going to make him do stuff.
All right, so there's the Museum of Ancient History over
Or
there.
stuff to me when his tummy's hurting.
All right, there's a couple things on the way up to Zion that I wanted to do, but I think we're gonna shelve that for a reason to come back again. There's the sand caves up here in the rocks, and then there's the belly of the dragon, and like right about somewhere about here is the Peekaboo Slot Canyon.
That would have been cool too.
It's got a couple names. We were thinking about doing the Slot Canyon, and then we're like,
We're driving through Zion.
we're like, oh, driving through Zion's actually faster than going the other way out from Kanab. We're like, okay, well, let's drive through Zion. We get to do the tunnel, do both the tunnels, and go in and out. And we got the America the Beautiful pass, so it don't cost us nothing.
Yeah, that was kind of our selling point, was the tunnel and use our pass again, because I don't know when we're going to use our pass again.
Yeah, Midwest doesn't have much for parks. Indiana Dunes started charging a fee, an entrance fee. Mammoth Cave is free except for the tours, but the tours is included in the pass. But yeah. Yeah, what else? We got what? Shenandoah Valley.
We get our stamp again.
And then
We don't get our stamp.
in Iowa, what was that one? Why am I drawing a blank? Ohio.
Oh, Hawkins.
Well, no, Hawkins Hills is a state park. I think that's the Peekaboo, maybe. Is it? That's off-road shit. That's all tore up. Yeah, the one over by Cleveland is the one I'm thinking of. And that one's free, but parking was a pain in the butt. So we just did the Brandywine Falls over there. We didn't do the other part with the rock formations.
Buckle up. Oh, man. Oh.
So I kind of want to go back there for a couple little filming locations for Christmas Story downtown, where the store was, where the parade was, where Double Dragon was filmed, and one of the Spider-Mans and Winter Soldier were all filmed in Cleveland. So kind of intrigued to go back out there. All right, we are entering the other side. What's the other town? Springdale. Springdale is where we came in last time, and we're gonna enter on the other side. And we have, we just passed the Thunderbird restaurant. It's not even open yet, so that's crazy.
Thank goodness we ate that.
Yeah, good thing we weren't banking on eating restaurant there, or eating at that restaurant. Kind of seems like an iconic place to stop, you know, after hiking and whatnot if you're heading back to Kanab. So yeah, we are going to be entering the back way here. All right, Zion, baby. All right, entering Zion. Get to the entrance gate. See if there's a ranger at this side. And then we'll officially be inside. This entrance, I think, only has like one little like ranger stand. Unlike the Springdale side where there's like multiple entrances. Oh, 2 huts. All right. So no one was at that entrance. Going past the checkerboard mesa viewpoint ahead. We're not gonna do that one. We're gonna go down the bridge, go down into the valley of Zion. I don't think there was snow on it last time we were here, right? But there was definitely snow on Angel's Landing.
Yeah, there was snow on it.
There was snow on it like this?
Yeah.
Because we went back, what was that, late January or?
It was mid-January because we came back for my birthday.
Okay.
So it was mid-January.
All right, so this is a surprise for us. We weren't planning on driving through Zion. It was an option. We definitely weren't planning on doing a hike, so as long as there's plenty of parking at the trailheads and stuff, we'll do some hiking this morning. Otherwise, we might just wander around, go to the visitor center or whatnot.
Yeah.
But at least we get the tunnel, the cool tunnel.
Restrooms are 2 miles ahead.
See, I would love to do the canyon overlook, but we've already done that one, so we want to do new stuff.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
It just takes you out there. You can see all the big temples. I think is mostly what they were calling the ones with the little bumps on top. And the one, what was the one called? It was called like Sacrifice something, where it kind of looks like blood.
Oh, I don't remember.
But it's like the darkness in me finds that interesting. So everything we've done on this trip, I'm gonna see how Zion still stacks up after doing a couple more scenic byways and stuff. And it's still really cool driving in here. This is after you drive up that big hill. You get to go. Now we get to go down the big hill after the tunnel, which it just opens up and it's just like, wow. And that's a better coming in this way is a better reveal of the Angel's Landing area than coming through Springdale. So it's more awe-inspiring. Like I think there's a couple other parks that you go through a tunnel and then it's just like bam, big old waterfall in front of you, and just very cool. I'd say like about the time we got to this part of the park, we were exhausted and done hiking, running out of daylight probably. So we didn't really look into any trails on this side of the park. This would have been the first national park I went to in Utah with Leah. Oh, it's like so golden out. That sun is just like a bright orange, like right behind me.
Yeah, we went to state parks together in Illinois, but this was our first big one together.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've been to the Smoky Mountains, I've been to Mammoth, before I met Leah. That's about it, really. With the downside, well, ooh, a rock fall. Someone could have had a bad day. The bad thing about, you know, all the times I've gone to the Smokies, I've never hiked in the Smokies. Not like I want to do the Appalachian Trail or the Appalachian Trail, whatever. But but there's a couple trails, and then there's a lot more waterfalls than I ever knew existed out there. I tried to get some of the people I was with to go and hike to a waterfall once, and no, they were like, oh no, it's like 2 miles. And now 2 miles doesn't seem like a lot, unless it's Angel's Landing, where it's straight up on the back of a spine in the middle of the winter with your crampons on. Yeah, we didn't even try to get a Angel's Landing permit.
No, not this time. Maybe next time.
Yeah, if I take Leah up there, I kind of want to go when the ice is melted off on it.
So I don't get scared.
Yeah, because I didn't feel like I was gonna fall off, but I did lose one of my spikes that was on my shoe at the top of the hill. I got that video up there. I didn't ham it up that I lost my spike that much, I don't believe, because I just was concerned on getting down. So I just took off my spikes and made it down. So I recommend getting one that clamps over the top of your toe, and not like these cheap like yak tracks that we bought off Amazon. Like, we got better spikes now.
Do you still need them in the summertime to climb it?
No, I would always have them in my bag, because, you know, the elevation, and if the ice is up there, I don't really want to come here in the summer. All right, first tunnel. Here's the small one.
I don't want to come here in the summer either. I'd rather just come here in the fall.
Yeah, because it's like we want to do the narrows, but I don't really want to deal with people. And I don't know, because there's 2 outfitters that can get you whatever, the neoprene socks and the hiking equipment that would make you not go into like hypothermia if the water's cold. And I'd probably recommend doing that the day before you do the hike, because I don't know, it just seemed like there was like 2 people helping the people get fitted for the equipment, and if it was really busy, I feel like you would be there all day. And then you got to get on the shuttle, which is pretty close to where that outfitters is. It's outside the park, it's not in the park. So I think, like, if you did that the day before and then did the hike early, and then you could return it, I think it's like a 1-day rental or something of the equipment. Don't quote me on it. We've never done it. I'm kind of feeling like I would just buy myself the equipment off Amazon, so I don't have to deal with renting stuff to do it.
I would buy it just to have it too.
Yeah. Because other YouTubers are like, nah, I just go in there with my shoes, you know, because they don't want to wait and, you know, deal with it. Like Jerry Arizona says, you know, he just goes in there, shoes and socks, and just does it.
I would too.
And just has, you know, stuff to change into. You know, it's not your only shoes. You know, don't walk in it all day after you get out of the water. Take that stuff off, dry it out. If you walk through that and then it gets cold and the temperature starts dropping, you're gonna have a bad time. So you have dry clothes to change into, especially even if you just sweat on the trail. But yeah, I don't really want to deal with the shuttle system. It's kind of why we try to come in off season.
they'll close off that loop that had.
All right, it's a beautiful day. Blue skies. Sun's coming over the mountain. All right, Zion, baby.
Definitely need sunglasses.
Yep.
So yeah, this memory card is pretty almost maxed out. We got like an hour left. Then eventually I'm gonna have to go through my other memory cards to see how much food or much space I got on there.
It's true.
Gotta start deleting stuff.
Hasn't been a time where you stopped for like 20 minutes doing something when we were out. Where you would just sit and delete stuff.
Yeah, a lot of this. I got this car mount here for the GoPro, so it makes that driving footage. You know, nice steady driving footage. Sometimes people like to watch that stuff. I could put it on time lapse, you know, and just run it through, or just kind of let everyone check it out. Alright, coming up here is that split off to the Narrows, but I don't think we are going that way.
Turn right onto Zion Canyon.
Oh,
Scenic
we
Drive.
are going that way. Alright, the lodge is this way. Alright. So I think the gate's not closed. Shuttles are running though.
In
Is it
2.7
shuttles only?
miles, arrive at Emerald Coast
Is it?
Trailhead.
It is shuttles only. Alright. Whoops. Hold on. So, no Emerald Pool. Watchman. We park here. Trailhead's pretty close. So, we'll do that one. Get a nice little scenic overlook of the area. So, just at least get one of them out. It's not crazy crowded. There's still a good portion of the parking lot open. It's, what, 8 o'clock?
Yes, 8:19.
All right, so we're gonna go in the nature center, get a stamp, and we're gonna head up the mountain. So yeah, let's go. Look at that, we got mountains behind us. Mountains. All right, so it's a beautiful day. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. So after this, we're gonna be heading back to Vegas to stay at the Venetian. We're gonna do a bunch of filming locations on Fremont Street and stuff, and eat. We're gonna eat lots of good food, not gas station food. So we'll do the Watchman Trail. Not the most exciting one in the park, but you know, just lucky to be able to have to come back through here. So we're gonna head to the visitor center, get our stamp. Maybe something for the kitties.
Yeah, something for the kids. I want to try that one.
What?
Try one of the vans, just to see. Maybe for like a weekend for me and
Little
you.
rental van.
Yeah, just for like a weekend.
Whoa, did not mean to zoom in.
It might be cool to try to do it not for like a full trip, maybe just to do it for a weekend, just to see if we like it. For the new experience.
I don't know. We get pretty cheap hotels.
We do get. There's not a lot of my brand out in this way.
Nice. We have made it to the visitor center. So yeah, this bookstore, visitor center swag shop is way bigger than Capitol Reef and all the other ones put together. More hats.
He does like hats.
You want a floppy hat?
You should get a floppy hat.
To look like my old man?
Yeah.
All right, I think the stamp books are in the back there. We don't have our thing. There you go. All right, I got it. She didn't have any stickers, but I got pieces of paper. So we can decoupage it.
I got that whole new dresser and stuff for us to put all that stuff on it.
The Podget.
Yeah, right? So a whole bunch, a new dresser so we can put stickers on. And then I got shirts for all the kids.
All right, so March 8th, 2025. All right, she's got her arms full of shirts and swag. Yeah, Capitol Reef had like, what was it? Capitol Reef was the worst one. Bryce had a decent one.
Yes.
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 All right.
Matches your outfit though.
Yeah, we got glasses.
But it has purple.
Purple, shiny. Shiny.
Didn't notice it until we got it.
Yeah. Not a huge fan of the, what do we call this? What do you call that? With all the different colors in
Like
it.
an iridescent.
Iridescent. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Look at all this. See the organ? All right, so there's Angel's Landing. So we hiked all that all the way up. That's the organ. We're gonna be doing 2, I think, right? That's our trail?
Yeah.
Oh no, 1. We're doing 1. So we're all the way over here. So that's where they close off, where the shuttles can only go, and then other traffic just goes up. So we're gonna go and visit our friend here for the CCC Corps. We're like the Civilian Conservation Corps, and he has very shiny nipples. I don't know why they would be shiny. And people, oh, they're cold. You must be cold, Leah. We got ourselves some cheap Zion shades. Hopefully I don't break these ones climbing up a mountain. All right, we are heading to the Watchman Trail, the start of the Watchman Trail. So, we'll do this, and that's pretty much it, because we're not going to do any shuttles. Not really a whole day dedicated to this. We gotta get back to Vegas, which I think is still a couple hours, and then we got a reservation for some big old lobster tail tonight.
That's tonight?
That's tonight.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I said we got to get checked in, and then we got to start heading over to the Plaza Hotel, Oscar Goodman's. We were trying to get the Golden Steer reservations. Open Table kept sending me things saying, oh, there's an open reservation. And every time I click it, it's like, nope, it's gone. You missed it. And it's like every time it came, I was like at work or in the mountains. So haven't been able to lock that down. Really wanted to go get that for casino, because they got the Anthony Spilatro favorite booth and Oscar Goodman's favorite booth there. And it's been there forever. The Rat Pack, all those guys, I believe all used to eat there way back in the 70s and whatnot. So, all right, we're almost to the trailhead. It looks like a lot of construction here, so I don't think I'm really gonna film too much until we get into it. Unless you guys want a construction update. All right, we have made it to the beginning of the trail. So you see all the snow fence over here. A lot of repair going on there. I don't know if that's from flooding damage or if that's just beautification stuff. All right. Yep, we've never done this trail. It wasn't really one that was high on the list.
I did it with Dad.
Leah did it. What can you tell me about this trail, Leah? Is it a good hike?
Yeah.
Did Dad regret doing it?
No, I don't think Dad regret it.
He was a lot younger. So,
We did it like, how old am I now?
like,
Yeah, about 10 years ago we did it.
Okay.
20? No, 20 years ago.
okay. Very cool.
Because it was before Logan.
Can't do any of that? permits required for that stuff. No drones, no. Am I gonna drive a four-wheeler up here?
Don't tell the Johnsburg people that.
Yeah.
You can't bring her.
Oh, everyone's so soft now. I remember when I used to be able to do backflips off the top of Angel's Landing.
Oh, wow.
You guys are big wussies now.
Here we are. You're right. You're right.
Everyone's so soft. I was stealing cars at 14. My kid doesn't even want to order food.
You know, you just can't argue with stupid sometimes.
Yeah.
You just gotta let it be and be like, yeah, you're right.
Let's just say I wasn't a really bad kid, but I wasn't a good kid.
It wasn't.
Like, I didn't do drugs, I wasn't smoking or anything, but I would be out all hours of the night, riding my bike, taking the little air caps, the little chromies off people's car tires,
I was a good
stealing newspapers so I'd have fire starter. So, because we used to have a lot of fires by our forts that we used to build. So I used to steal people's advertise. Oh wow. I went up like 5 steps and I'm winded. I would steal their advertisers papers out of their mailboxes so I could start fires with them.
I was a good kid. I was a bad teenager.
Yeah. And I don't want my kid out egging houses, toilet paper and stuff,
I didn't do that.
because you'll get shot now. And then same people that'll shoot your kid are the ones that are like, oh, back in my day, my mom never knew where I was. Right.
And like, about, I'd say 40% of our kids are brown, so not a good
Yeah.
idea. Well, I'll say 80%.
Yeah.
And the 1%.
You can see the blue shirt.
Oh, let's see then.
So
That's where we're going, huh?
that's where we're going. Way up there. Wrong way.
Relatively
We'll be-
remember it.
We'll be heading up.
Yeah.
All right. Hike, hike, hike. Sun's still behind that mountain. It's shining on the temple over there. Hey, I think that's like the first not trampled on cactus.
Yeah, it's really cute too. I like cactuses.
There's a whole bunch of cactuses up here.
I think because of the sun hits it here really good.
Yeah, the shade.
Yeah. Probably because like water comes down here and all
Sure.
kinds of cuteness.
Yeah. They are a desert plant. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool trail so far. Especially since we're going to be gaining a whole bunch of elevation here. So, woohoo. The fun part. Wee. And a little switchback. Yeah. A tree. We said juniper.
Juniper tree.
Alright. We're getting smarter. Or I'm getting smarter.
You
Yeah, learn things. Definitely a workout.
Probably didn't have it at the top.
What's at the top?
There's a lot of rocks.
What part's the top?
I don't know. Tree. Tree is the top right now.
All right. All right, we're a little past a mile up. We got like 400 feet of elevation gain so far. Like 400 steps. Much more to go. All right, so keeps on going.
There.
Oh, okay. Then he's gonna cut around the mountain.
Yeah, mountains.
He's gonna suck my bladder.
It's not good.
All the trees and the berry bushes.
Here it is.
It smells really good here.
It does.
Put some smell-o-vision on here, guys, for you.
What was it? We were,
It kind of smells, I don't know, Christmassy, I guess, right?
you kind of looked at it, like fresh, like
Fresh.
get those things.
Like Glade. So you can hear a little bit of a waterfall that doesn't have a huge flow to it, but there is a waterfall over here.
It's like they're going around.
You got a lot of people coming down. All right, so this is way at the beginning.
Is that a shuttle or is that regular parking, you think, down there?
Those look like campers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the campground, the Watchman campground, right?
Oh, right. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's for the RVs to park overnight.
Well, that's the visitor center. Also, I saw the shuttle too.
I
Yeah.
see the shuttle.
Yeah.
Almost. One more group.
All right.
We can get past those trees.
Pretty trampled cactus. If that thing is not officially called a cactus or just part of a cacti, succulents. Is that what they call them?
Succulents, yes.
Succulents.
Yeah, I don't know if those are considered cactuses or succulents. Probably cactuses. I'm sure if I pulled up the picture.
So don't yell at us, you
But I
know.
noticed they took the spines out or something, or maybe they're just that way, but
They got trampled on and they're in
yeah,
someone's
see,
leg.
This one has the spines on still.
I don't know, probably stuck on people.
You know, maybe.
The sun, it came over. We're in the sun. It's not that it's cold, but you can definitely see your breath. So that's pretty. Right there, sun rays, baby. Come on, let's get Lee in this. All right, there you go. There's some still shots. All right. Oh, wow. All right. Yes, it's a good trail. A lot of elevation change and stuff. I mean, it's not like you're going to the Delicate Arch or the Toadstool, which is very underwhelming.
Yeah, the scenery makes it really pretty,
Yeah,
you know?
there it is. The Watchman. So, huh?
This is it?
No,
Oh,
right? The big guy.
big guy.
I believe that's him. We made it to the looping part of the Watchman overlook. All right, so then it drops down and then you circle that little plateau area there with all the trees.
Cactuses.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the 3 miles must be the in and out because we're like at like a 1.5 miles right now. So probably 3 miles total. Right, so I think we're gonna top out at 500 feet of elevation gain on this because we're gonna head down here and do the little loopy loop down this way. Trail loop sign.
Maybe we get self-service up here.
Right? I don't know. The cell service seems really good in Zion for the most part. Capitol Reef? No. We were dead. We had no service.
All day.
We didn't really plan that out ideally because, like I said in the other video, we kind of wanted to drive the bird trail road, but we ended up just pretty much driving straight out. It was interesting. I mean, there was a lot of cool things to see heading out toward Hanksville, I think. And but it actually, if we would have done the bird trail, it would have been like 4-hour drive to get to Monument Valley. So we enjoyed the scenic byway, so it was really pretty. Took a long time to get home. There was that pig spring thing that we stopped at and we almost were tempted to do. Hog spring, that's it. Close.
Stay on the trail, exclamation point.
Yeah. So, yeah, there was a bunch of cool stuff on that scenic drive. And then it got dark. Then we drove down that Moxie Highway or whatever, that gravel road. Proxy or I don't know, into Mexican Hat in the dark. It would have been fun to do that in the daytime because I was looking at some pictures and it looks really pretty. And then you would have got that reveal of Monument Valley because we drove past the Forrest Gump thing coming into Monument Valley and it didn't really, I knew it was out there, but I'm like driving the cars so I can't really look. And there was just a million pull-offs. And I'm like, there must be something out there. We pass a scenic overlook like every quarter mile. So, but we've seen a lot this week. So now it's back to civilization, back to dealing with people. Yeah, people. Oh. All right.
Which way do we go?
I don't know. It says stay on the trail, but there's like trails going everywhere. All right, so yeah, we're doing the little loop trail here on the, I don't know, are we on top of the Watchman or is the Watchman the big mountain? Is this more of an overlook or are we on the Watchman?
I think it's called the Watchman.
Because it's flat, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you would come up here and you would watch people. No, usually all trails would, if I click the right buttons, it'll tell me what the mountains are. All right, so I was right. The big guy, that's the Watchman. This is the overlook. Yeah, I kind of thought it was actually gonna go a little closer to it. I was actually surprised when it was done. Or we were ready at the loop. It's not very exciting on the top here.
It's pretty.
I think we're only at like 500 feet according to All Trails Elevation Game. Well, actually, I think we went down a little bit from when I saw that number. Stay on the trail.
We don't know where the trail is.
Oh. It's all over the place. I see a sign. It says we're gonna go down.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't expecting that. Okay.
Well, that's it. Let us know the ones you're going to be circling.
Yeah.
The top for a good amount.
Well, I would have circled the top and I wouldn't even have known about this part. Makes it a little more exciting. The juniper trees.
This would be an easy trip for the kids to do.
Right?
Yeah.
So unlike Angel's Landing, there's a lot of room to walk.
There's a viewpoint down there.
All right.
Wait, how do we get down?
There's I think somewhere on the left there's a way, or I can jump down this. That way. That looks safer. All
A few
right.
years ago, we'd scramble down, but
Viewpoint. Head out to the viewpoint, finish the circle. get back to the car. Probably just hit the road. There's not really too much to see until we get back to Nevada, I believe, right? Or was, I can't remember where all those mountains were when we drove up.
We're gonna view it.
Watchmen Overlook. We got a little signage here.
What?
Tell you that you're at the overlook.
Watchmen overlook. Caution.
It's a baby sign.
Caution, you could swan dive. Caution, swan dive.
We were at that Ford Point, and there was like a girl. She was like jumping up in the air for a picture. And I was like, I think I've seen this video before. Right, there's Angel's Landing.
Wait, here's proof that we made it to the top of the Watchman. Cheese. Alright, head back to the car. I'm gonna get a mug. Why? Because all our mugs are like, well, either in our bathroom, because I bring it there. It would be nice, but I need a Zion mug.
So what are they doing down there? Is that like all campground stuff now?
It looks like it. It looks like they're making a thing down there, so you can probably have more RV parking or something, right?
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's like got little circles everywhere.
Mm-hmm. For shade and stuff, right?
I'm not even filming that. I'm talking about it, but my camera wandered high.
You know, it's okay.
All right, so we are going to be heading out back through Springdale. Did you want to stop at anywhere in Springdale?
I don't know what's in Springdale. I think you're.
Well, there was a couple. There was that bar restaurant that we stopped at.
What bar restaurant?
The one by our hotel. It was right across from the, was it the Holiday Inn?
Oh yeah, that place.
There was that.
Yeah.
There's a couple other places. These places might actually be open, unlike
We could drive
Capitol
through it and
Reef.
just be like, this is where we had stayed. This is our usual go-to place of staying.
This is staying
When we're in Zion.
in Springdale.
This is where we would stay. And they have the hot tub on the outside thingy.
Yeah.
I did it once, and it was really pretty, and I wanted to do it with you.
Well, we could have done it last night if we would have
No,
paid
listen,
attention.
that was not under my control. You
Yeah.
said, we're done. And I'm like, okay, we're done.
Right? Well, because I don't know. I was thinking that if we swam, we were going to swim at the Venetian if the pools are open, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be like 80.
That's hot.
Yeah.
I brought shorts. This is nice and cold.
Some Love's water. From the very
Product
Torn-
placement.
torn
It has
apart.
alkaline purified, so that means it's good for the electrolytes. Added for taste.
It's what plants crave.
And Leah.
And Leah. All right, heading back from the overlook.
You go that way?
Yeah, straight
A
up.
loop, I know.
Yep, it's a loop. Heading up. Yeah, so this is a real quick day because we want to get to Vegas because we got shortchanged on Vegas. Zion was a spur of the moment thing because we were going to do more stuff in Kanab, but at least we did the toadstool.
Yeah, but we got stuff.
Yeah. We stopped at the little visitor center out there. Maybe one day, feeling a little less fat, overweight, we'll do some slot canyons.
Oh, that's not forgiving.
All right, so we are under the Watchman right now. Big old mountain. Was the Watchman the highest elevation?
I think so.
Hold on.
Hence my
Let me check my chart. So, yeah, Watchman's not even close. All these ones are over like 7,000. So these ones are definitely taller. I think Angel's Landing's like at 6. And then this one's not even the tallest one over here. I think some of these ones are taller.
Don't make him feel bad. Jesus. Glasses.
Yeah. Holy cow.
Jesus Christ.
Look at that. We just drove straight in. We didn't even pay nothing.
That's why you go in through the back way. So you don't have to do that. But then again, maybe the other side is probably just as busy.
Yeah. All right. It's probably going to be really crowded by the time we get down there. So you guys hear it all the time.
Get here early.
Get here early. You know, they're already running the shuttles out here, so that's not too bad. But sometimes you might have to park outside the park.
Let's get down the mountain,
Yeah.
and then we can. I gotta get my mug. And I'm gonna get Dad something really quick, and then we'll jump in the car.
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna get my mug.
Here?
Simon mug.
At the nature center? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab enough.
Because I was saying we could go one of the outfitters.
Oh, well, that's true. Whatever you want to do, that's fine too. I think they'll probably have mugs there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
All right, so I believe this one is Bridge Mountain. Unless it's further that way, but Bridge Mountain. See? All Trails helps me. Makes me know stuff.
Here, I want to take a picture of us by the Watchman.
All right. Picture. And we're doing the loop. It's a little more to this trail than I thought.
I like
Okay.
the scenery going down. It's really pretty.
Well, I kind of thought that the loop was just on the top of that little plateau,
No,
but it looks like there's a little more to it.
that's nice.
I don't think there's another trail. I don't think we're on the wrong trail.
No, no.
I think it just loops.
I think, and then we're just gonna walk.
No. Well, we gotta go back up, right? We gotta go back up and to go down. You know, it's a one-way in and out, I think.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, well. That's true, because we did see people coming when we were gone.
Right, there's the Watchman. And a tree. All right. Well, this was a pleasant surprise hike.
Yeah, I like all this. This is nice.
Yeah.
Up in this little plateau area. This is really pretty.
Yeah, like I said, we were gonna do emerald pools, but we really didn't want to do the shuttle. Not that totally opposed to it, but I don't know. It just feels like we're on a time frame and
Don't want to wait for a bus.
don't want to wait for a bus.
And don't want to wait for people getting on and off the bus.
Yeah, especially when the bus pulls up a little further than where you were standing, even though you were there first. And then everyone just starts getting on the bus. And you have like kids and strollers and...
It's fine. We'll do it. Maybe we'll get lucky in fall and you can bug out for like a weekend when we can do it.
Yeah. Yeah, because like a lot of people, like, you know, they'll just jump on those cheap little flights, spend a day in the city.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of...
All right, those are all the pointy,
Yeah, I know. I kind of like
the
them.
burrs, quills, whatever,
The quills.
spines.
Yeah, all of the above.
All right, so this is the last backup elevation here
Oh, God.
off the little loop.
I'm already starting to pant.
And then we're just going back down the way we came. It'll go a lot faster.
Yeah.
All right, back up. Hoo-ah. All right. I'm gonna go up a little and go down. A couple more steps. Couple more muddy steps in the mud. Oh man.
Yeah, it was frozen.
It's
Muddy.
it's muddy. Yeah, the park's really filling up. It's gonna be like 60 today. And I think people got the memo. And they're hitting it hard. We've been hiking during the week everywhere else. So we didn't really see people. And I'm glad for that. because I wouldn't really want to deal with traffic, especially Capitol Gorge at Capitol Reef. I couldn't imagine going down that whole trail and then there being no parking. That would suck. Because then you gotta turn around, go back out, or I don't know, maybe there's a ranger that is paying attention to stuff like that, or maybe it's all shuttles by then.
Frozen ground, yay.
So, but yeah, hiking season is starting, guys. Come out from hibernation and come on out. This was a little later in March. Well, we didn't really want to do it in March, you know. I do construction, so I like to do it in the winter.
Yeah.
So I'm not really missing work. I get a little bit of vacation time, so that helps. But
Here's the issue.
yeah, Leah works weird hours, not fixed hours, and it's always a problem with.
We're open 365 days a year.
Yeah,
So we don't.
it's one of those places that don't close. You know, hotels, gas stations. These people work Christmas, they work holidays, and so yeah. All these places like, oh, we're gonna close and let our employees spend time with their families and stuff. Like, not everyone gets to do it.
Just don't have the family when you look at them.
Yeah. So yeah, it makes it a little hard to plan a getaway, and then we're always pivoting, and then weather is a factor sometimes. So, and kids. Our kids are getting into sports, so we got to jockey around those, parent-teacher conferences and meetings, and
Luckily, none
so
of them do plays or anything. So.
yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
it is a thing to get out here. We don't do this full time. Have never got a dime from monetization or anything like that, so you know, this is all us bringing you along with things that we're doing as we finally get away.
When we move out here, we should get a house with cactuses all around it.
Oh,
We'll make them more
we don't even own a cactus,
Yeah, we could just get them from here, right? That's where they grow them.
right?
Pretty cool.
All right, heading down. It's like you gotta break it to all the people. They're like, we're almost there. I'm like, well, you gotta get to there. So
See, there they are. They just have to go the up, and then it levels out, and they're fine.
yeah,
See, I'm not lying.
lying to there, right there.
It freaked me out. The caves.
The Descent.
It was a scary movie.
I only like watched it and then forgot about it.
Oh, well. A bunch of friends go spelunking into a cave and one comes out, you know, because that happens in a cave.
Right? Was it like a monster that was killing them, or?
Like, I think it was like cave people that were killing them. Cave scary people. Maybe not even cave scary people, just cave dwelling things that killed them.
Yeah, I don't remember that movie. Pretty sure I watched it in completion and forgot about it. I am getting caught up on a bunch of movies and shows off of Paramount Plus and Netflix and everything. It's like movies that I never watched back in the day, like Cannonball Run. And oh man, what else did I recently watch? Some terrible movies. I don't remember anymore. Watch a bunch of those made for certain platform movies. We watched one that was really good.
Oh, we watched Damsel.
Damsel?
With 11.
Yeah, Damsel was pretty good.
Yeah.
With, what's her,
Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown, yeah. She got thrown down into a cave to a dragon. It was a pretty good movie. I enjoyed it. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of her in the Godzilla movies, but
No.
it's like you're trying to get emotionally attached to like this one family that's the mom's the actual villain or whatever, you know, it's like, and then it's like big world destruction, but we're supposed to be caring about this one family. And it's just like, I don't really care too much about that family. But they learn how to talk to the kaiju, right? Do we call them kaiju in the Godzilla movies?
I think so, yeah. Don't go that way. He thinks that it's the road, but it's not.
I just rolled down a rock. She's like, don't go that way. Look, there's a little opening here.
I think it broke.
It fell down?
Don't go that way.
Yeah, don't go that way. Oh, it's probably to let the water out.
Yeah?
Yeah, I could see so much water. They got the blocking. Push the water out that way instead of down the trail. That'd be a bad time. So yeah, that is the Watchmen overlook. So that is your destination.
Well, where? Where do you go?
What?
You can't even see the path.
Right? You gotta look for people.
I see one up there. I see two heads. How did you get there?
You know this. We were just there. No, there's not a lot of people coming up the trail. So maybe we'll eat in Kanab and then we'll hit the road.
Yeah.
All right, so she wants to go back into the visitor center.
Yeah. Either that or go to the cafe.
I'm not sure what the Zion Museum section looks like, but I don't think we're gonna backtrack in there. Seems like the parks might be getting really crowded, so we're just gonna get what we get and
Exactly. Kind of thing.
get and get.
Get and go. Yeah, there's a lot of people.
A little more sunshine coming in on us in the valley. All right, so I will tell you guys a little story about the first time we came here. All right, so we got the permit to hike Angel's Landing in the winter. So snow, crampons. Talked about that a little bit, but I didn't talk about the beginning part where we parked at the lodge and then we started walking on the grotto trail and heading over there. And then, like, once we got over to the other parking lot, there was tons of parking spots. But I didn't know whether or not we were allowed to park at the lodge if we weren't staying there. So I was all like, oh my God, I want to talk with somebody, make sure that I don't get in trouble for parking here.
Why did we go back to the car like multiple times?
We went because we didn't know whether or not we should park there.
You were mad.
Or we forgot stuff. I don't know.
You were frustrated.
I was very frustrated and edited out most of that footage or whatever. But so we parked at the lodge, went back. She said it was okay. But at that time when I went back to the lodge, I didn't know that there was plenty of parking spots at the trailhead for Angel's Landing. So, and then as we got out there was parking, but then a bunch of little tour buses or like excursion buses, I think, were showing up.
Yeah.
And then they started filling up the parking spots, and it was like, okay, all right. So like before we even got to Angel's Landing, we already hiked the grotto trail, which wasn't bad. There was a bunch of animals and stuff along it, but That was my first time. And then we're learning more. Like, we weren't planning on coming here, so we weren't even aware that the shuttles were already running this season. But, you know, if you pay more attention to it and was planning your trip here, I'm sure we would have known that information. But Bryce, Capitol Reef, and Monument Valley, and places around the Grand Staircase where our main goes for this trip. This was just a bonus. Just happens to be the easiest way to get from Kanab to home or to Vegas, or we could have went south. But I think it was actually a little longer of a drive. At least if we did do Belly of the Dragon, Peekaboo. What was the other one we were talking about doing? Oh, the sand caves. I was very tempted to pull in to do the sand caves this morning. I think those pictures look really cute. Cool. Awesome. Peeking out those sand caves. But leave things for next time. Leave reasons to come back. Right? Learn. Going down so much easier. Hiking. It's always more interesting when somebody else is in the shot. So we're filming Leah. It's a big rock.
It's big rocks.
And we're
Doing a good job.
yeah. Called the rocks.
You don't call the rocks.
I barely remember going up these stairs. Coming down these stairs. Oh, maybe.
Because you were talking about like not amazing things.
Oh. Totally amazing things.
For the past, what, 3 days?
3
3 days
days.
of hiking.
All right, so
Boarded pie.
we remembered that there was an ice cream place and they have pie there. So we're gonna go there.
'Tis my treat.
Hopefully it's not crazy busy.
Oh.
And you know how much we love people, so
It's my favorite.
we might duck out if there's long lines, but it wasn't very well. That was in the middle of winter, but
They had a convention. Remember there was like people? Business trip?
business trip people.
Yeah, business trip people.
I got some roasted almonds. That's about all I remember.
Those were good roasted almonds too. Or pecans or whatever
Pecans.
they were. It was good. And he's had to stop eating them because asthmatic.
Yeah. We're not sure exactly what I'm allergic to. I think it's more tree nuts.
I can imagine doing this
Like-
in the summertime when it's so hot and there's no coverage. Jesus Christ.
Like pesto, chickpea,
Love pesto.
probably garbanzo beans.
That's what I need. I need to get. Oh, but those are not keto happy.
Yeah, not a lot of things.
Listen, I have to.
Unless you do the different diet
yeah, but
that
they
allows you paleo, yeah, or whatever. Watchman Trail. Fun little trail. You can't see it from here, but you can see a bunch of blocks where they keep the sand or gravel or whatever for the road repairs. All right, we made it to flat ground. Decided to come out here by the water. All right, so there it is. There's the Watchman overlook. And there is the Watchman. We're not all the way back to the car, but we're clocking in at 3 miles to down by the river, by the campground, or whatever they're building over here. And what was it? what was the number? 563 was our elevation gain for the trail, according to all trails. So, yeah, little wandering around, doing the loop. 3 miles. So, easy 3 miles. Ish 3 miles. We were gonna go to those white hoodoos over in the Escalante. I can't really pronounce the name of the hoodoos without it looking in front of me. I couldn't even butcher it close enough, but they look like ghosts.
I don't remember what they're.
And I think she said it was 4 miles out and 4 miles back, or it was just 4 miles. I don't know. I would have to check all trails.
Yeah, because she said it was like a mile there and back, and then it just seemed like a mile when we had gone. So maybe it was only.
Yeah, because she got it wrong on the toadstool.
So
I was like, I'm like an hour out, hour back. She's like, yeah, and it was only an hour.
So I feel like it
Full
maybe
round
it's,
trip.
Maybe it's 4 hours round
Or
trip.
not
Or
hour. What am I
miles.
saying? Hour.
Probably spot.
Mile.
So it's probably like
Yeah,
4.
mile out, mile back.
So 2 miles there and back.
Yeah, that's doable.
Mhm.
But 4 miles out,
Nope.
4 miles back.
No. Listen, we did 6 miles out and 6 miles back, and that was not fun.
Yeah, I mean, like if there's a lot to see, if it's a loop trail, easy. But out and backs, I don't know. I like seeing new stuff. But if the loop is boring on the other end, then I would do out and back, no problem. As long as there's interesting things to see. Waterfalls, arches, wind holes through the rocks, cool formations. So. All right. Well, that was the Watchman Trail. We'll probably have this in a separate video with the traveling. So thanks for watching. See you guys later. Bye. All right. Welcome everybody. Today we are in Zion National Park. And we're going to be doing the Watchman Trail. Right? Where is it? It's right there, right? All right, so it ends up there, like a 3 mile hike, 563 feet of elevation. I already finished the hike, so I already know that that's accurate. So come with us.
Down. Stop.
All right. Yeah, looking at the lines. Plenty of buses though. Probably doesn't take as long as I think it does, but I don't like waiting in lines.
I don't like.
Standing, waiting in line to go hike.
I don't want to be around people, but I don't need to be.
I recommend going in off season a little bit. Stuff's not open, but you know.
The seclusion of it all is kind of nice.
Yeah. The getaway, disconnect.
And that's precisely the reason why we left the kids at home.
Right. Right. We got our reward here at Bumbleberry. Get some pie, maybe some ice cream. Depends on what they have. We got a horsey guy. So,
Let's go.
just like Kanab, Springdale, really cute, right? Springdale, that's what this one's called,
Springdale.
right? Oh, that is cute.
Look at it, they're friends.
Oh, look at that. I like those. Those are cool.
I kind of want one. Will you buy one?
Maybe.
So cute. I can put stuff in here.
There are lots of clothes.
I kind of want one.
That's a little flower thing. We put
Yeah.
our cactus in there.
Yeah, I love them. You can get a cactus for Lydia.
More stuff to break on the flight.
Oh,
Because we're pretty much putting everything under the plane.
yeah, pretty much.
So.
But I need to get stuff. What?
Uh-oh.
There he is.
How much is he?
Okay. Okay. There's a bigger one too, Chris.
How much is he? Straight from.
Listen, no, it's not.
Seriously? It doesn't have the price on it?
No, it doesn't.
Well, we bought a Johnny 5
You did.
over in Torrey.
Look at that one. I know, it's very cute. I wonder if they have any little ones.
It's made in Vietnam. So obviously someone in Vietnam likes Johnny 5.
There's a predator one. That's funny.
Yeah.
Sprinter's hard.
Oh my god, Ryan would love that actually.
Yeah, maybe we'll go to Evermore again
Yeah, I did love Livermore. That's
in
so
Wisconsin.
cute. Shopping in Vegas, honestly.
She doesn't think we're gonna spend money in Vegas. She's so funny. It's not even a cool looking teddy bear, but all right, we got our ice cream seats. We remember those. All right, let's go get some food
Okay.
and pie.
A little bit. But I was also looking at pie before we leave. Pie. Yep.
Do you want to get the ice cream?
I do.
Bumbleberry with chocolate chunks.
Can I try the Bumbleberry with chocolate?
Oh no, I'm getting. Which one are you getting?
I'm gonna get the Great White Throne.
Coconut ice cream.
Can't say no coconut. Okay.
Alright. Ice cream. Need a croissant.
It's so funny.
The croissants.
I got pie and I got some cookie. I think that would be okay. Because I was looking at the s'mores cookie, but
Fudge. We're sitting in our ice cream cones. We got our ice cream. Got the cheesecake, Bumbleberry. So
oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, I'll take this half, I guess.
I just dropped it. We call this crumble.
Oh, Jacob.
Alright, so warmed up the caramel crunch cookie. So that'll be delicious in here. And then we got our bumbleberry pie. There we go, some bumbleberries.
Very excited.
Delicious. Just killed half the cookie. Haven't had the pie yet, but this is really good. Love cheesecake. The wings. So it has all of the elevations for most of the iconic ones. And then the one I couldn't remember, the altar of sacrifice. That's the one that looks like blood. Wee. More of a sweet guy on the pie.
True. But we had to get
But
it.
we had to get it. It's the name of the place.
Had to get it.
It's the name of the place. Cookie dough. There you go. There's your cinnamon glazed almonds and cashews and pecans. Right. Fresky's Bumbleberry Lemonade.
Large hole.
A hole?
Oh my god. Yeah, these are really funny.
All I saw was mountains and some trees. There are bugs and they will bite you on the face. Disappointment.
To us. Too orange. Too spiky.
Too spiky.
Nothing like the license plate. That's
Boil
funny.
some water at home.
Looks nothing like the license plate.
Oh no.
That is funny. Here, I'm gonna go get my funny.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent Bumbleberry gift shop. Even these guys. I haven't seen magnets like this in a long time. A lot of options. A lot of the 50s housewives. Bumbleberry lemonade. That's good. It's delicious. Love lemonade. She's still looking at her cactus vases. They are cute. Could put pencils in it too, I guess. After we killed the succulents. So Leah got me a wallet where it has the pop-up card thing, but you could do it with a cassette tape. It's awesome. Then it's got like a little wallet. And then it's got a little reflecting in there, so it looks like the cassette tape. Like, even like the advertisement on here has got like TSOL, punk, and the art of music. And then it's got these little retro decorative thing. That's so cool. Just got a new wallet though. Wow.
So retro, bro. So retro. But I do like that cassette. That's cool. Oh, look, it's Harry. Harry the Sasquatch. We got an air freshener. It's so crazy. There's so many like expired license plates. Is this where all the restaurants buy them at? Bunch of old Utah, Wyoming, Texas, Idaho, Idaho. Little wood Zion memorabilias. Should get this for Leah and Ziggy Starlight.
Oh yeah, I do love it.
I like these. These are good. Is it a write-off? A lot of hiking sandals. Tons of shirts. Lots of shirts. Lots of Zion shirts. Sweaters. What do they call these things? Spirit jerseys or something like that. Lots of cool t-shirts. Love that Zion, man. Holy moly, so many shirts. It's crazy. Yeah, don't go to the bookstore by the visitor center. Come over here for the shirts. It's a crazy amount. Bunch of kids, glow in the dark. The Sasquatch. Junior Rangers. Floppy hats. Winter hats in the corner. Baseball hats. You serious, Clark? National Lampoons needs more representation in Monument Valley. That's all I'm saying. A lot of people like John Wayne, but, you know, Chevy Chase. Oh, it's really cool. It's all layered in there. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I like the Bigfoot. That one's cool. The shoe is cool, too.
You should get it, because we're hikers. You should get it.
And the cactus.
The cactus is cute, but the boot's more us. I found that.
$20.
You should get it. I'll get it for you. 'Cause I got that one
For our dragons.
Look how cute.
Yes. We call our little three the dragons.
They are our little dragons.
There you go. You got the little beer bum. You got big old slippers. Oh, slippers. You got some underwear. Some baby onesies.
What?
Stay magical. Duck, duck, moose.
Milo would love these. Okay, well, I found a necklace for Ryan, because I know he'll like this. It's
Okay.
Cute.
Cute little lazy wear for the girls. I was telling Leah, because she would look cute in this stuff. Barely awake. And it says Zion on it too. Look at that. Grass. The Bumbleberry pie for our reward. And so the Bumbleberry Inn. One last view of the rocks before we start heading out. The first time we came in here, we came in at nighttime. All right, we are gonna say bye to Springdale. Maybe after we get gas and get a bite to eat, we'll be heading out. There's one restaurant down here that we ate at before, so maybe we'll check that place out again. Alright, we are back at Jack's. I know we wanted to try something different, but we had no qualms when we stayed at the... It was a Holiday Inn, but it looks like it's being remodeled maybe to something else.
You got the pastrami burger last time we were here, I believe.
Yeah, they got a Reuben, turkey, bacon, avocado, BLT.
Ooh, they have chili.
Alright, where was that?
The pastrami thing is good. It's on the burger
Oh
section.
yeah, I got the pastrami burger last time. That was good. Let's see. Alright, look at that pastrami
It
burger.
looks really good.
Just like I remember it.
Quesadilla.
You got a
I got chicken quesadilla, and I also got a bowl of chili.
chili,
Yeah, decided this might be.
guacamole,
Yes.
salsa, sour cream.
Sounds good.
It's good. Alright, the burger's destroyed. A little bit of the tomato
Ugh.
was ejected from it, but
Clean plate status, not for Leah.
not. She didn't finish her chili. I didn't finish my fries. Not saying it wasn't delicious.
Mm, it was
Gave me
delicious.
the big old thing of Chipotle ranch. I wish I could have eaten more, but. All right, Jack's again. That was great. I
No,
love
it's
it.
good. Very good.
We always want to try different places, but we ended up at Bumbleberry and back at Jack's. I think over here this was a Holiday Inn, or maybe the Holiday Inn's next to it.
I'm pretty sure this was the Holiday Inn because we walked over. So that was the Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
It's now like the Springdale Inn or something now.
Okay. Which was a pretty nice hotel.
Yeah, I liked it.
But all right, maybe one day we'll try Switchback,
Yeah.
but they don't open till 5, and we got to be in Vegas by 5, way before 5. All right, we are en route to the Venetian in Las Vegas. We will get gas,
Big ass.
and we got 2 hours and 21 minutes until we're at our hotel for the next 2 days.
Yeah. That's
Exciting times. These are some of my favorite looking rocks. Favorite looking mountains.
oh yeah.
This mountain over here always had snow on it. There was snow on it last time.